Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashatya Deshatarine Sansara Dava Nalalida Loka Tranaya Karunya Ghana Ghanatvam Sansara Dava Nalalida Loka Tranaya Karunya Ghana Ghanatvam Praptasya kalyana gunanavasya Vande Guru Shri Charanaravendam Mahaprabhu ki tan nitya gita Vate trimadyan manasura sena Romanchakam pashutarang bhajo Vande Guru Shri Charanaravendam Shri Vigrahara Dhani Nityanana Shringaritan Mandir Marjanado Yuktasya Bhaktancha Chaniyunjato Api Vande Guru Shri Charanaravendam Chaturvedha Shri Bhagavat Prasado Swadan Triptan Hari Bhakta Sangan Kriteva Triptim Bhajata Sadeva Vande Guru Shri Charanaravendam 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 Shri Radhika Madhavyurpar Madhurya Leela Gunarupanam Nam Tikshana Swaha Dhanalolupasya Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Nikunjayuno Ratikeli Siddhai Yayali Bhiryutira Pekshaniya Tatra Tridakshaha Dativallabhasya Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Sakshadharittvena Samastashastrin Yuktastatha Bhavyateva Sadbhi Kintu Prabhoryaha Priyeva Tasya Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Yasya prasadat bhagavat prasado Yasya prasadat nagati kuto api Dhyayanstu vamstasya yashya sri sandhyam Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam 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 Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Jayo Radha Gopinath, Radha Kishore Gopinath, Radhe. Jayo Radha Gopinath, Radha Kishore Gopinath, Radhe. Jayo Jagannath, Jayo Baladev, Jayo Subhadra. Jagannath Jayo Jagannath Jayo Baladev Jayo Subhadra Jayo Gauranitai Jayo Gauranitai Gauranitai Jayo Gauranitai Jayo Gauranitai Jayo Gauranitai Gauranitai Jayo Gauranitai Jayo Jayo Prabhupada 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 Jayo Jayo Prabhupada 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 Jayo Jayo Prabhupada 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 Jayo Jayo Prabhupada Jayom Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivachakacharya Ashtodasha Shri Srimad A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jayom Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivachakacharya Ashtodasha Shri Srimad Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj Ki Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda Ki Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की वृंदावन मथुरा धाम की नवद्वीप जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की गंगा माई यमुना माई की वृंद देवी तुलसी महारानी की श्री प्रभुपाद ट्रांसेंडेंटल बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की Srila Prabhupada Transcendental Prasadam Distribution Ki Shri Shri Radha Khichur Gopinath Ki Shri Shri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maharani Ki Shri Shri Gaur Nitai Ki All glories to the assembled devotees All glories to the assembled devotees All glories to the assembled devotees All glories to Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga
Namaste Nrsimhaya Praladadayine Hiranyakashipurvakshaha Shilatankanakalaye Ito Nrsimha Parito Nrsimha Yato Yato Yamitato Nrsimha Bahir Nrsimha Hridaye Nrsimha Narsinghamadim Sharanam Prapade Tava Kar Kamal Vare Nakham Adbhuta Shringam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubringam Keshavadita Narhari Rupa Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Adbhuta Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tav kar kamal vare nakham adbhuta shringam dalita hiranyakashipu tanubringam keshavadrita narhari rupa jai jagadish hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Hare No Nrsimha Dev Jai Nrsimha Dev ki Jai Bhakt Prahlad ki Jai
Okay, Hare Krishna everyone. Welcome for today's Mangal Arati program. Today is 8th of April and it's Saturday today, and we have two people who came for the Mangal Arati for the first time, and let's welcome them with big Hari Bol. One Prabhu just left and one she came for the first time. Would you want to tell your name to everyone? Shalini. So let's do Hari Bol for Shalini Mataji. Hari Bol! So Shalini Mataji has come here for the first time for Mangal Arati. I also want to take a moment to let you all know that, there are different muhurats in a day. Like, in India, you would have heard people say, what's the muhurat? What's the most auspicious time to get married? What's the muhurat to do this special thing? So in every day, there are different muhurats. But the Brahma muhurat, which is the time that we do Mangal Arati, is the most auspicious muhurat of the entire day. It's the time when demigods are out there and they see, wow, who are these beautiful souls who are attending Mangal Arati. And this is the time from, you would see across ISKCON, 600 temples and more than 5,000 preaching centers. Everywhere, universally, it is the time when the 4:30, all the Mangal Arati, you would see, Pandit or we have like the head pujaris, they would come and they would blow the shank. So that's such an operational excellence and that's such a transcendental mood that Prabhupada had established for Mangal Arati. Go to any ISKCON temple across the world and you would see that time. This is the most auspicious time. So thank you so much for coming for Mangal Arati. And we are all very fortunate that we are able to attend it. And we are also pretty thankful to all the devotees, to our head pujari, Brahma Prabhu, who comes every morning without fail for the Mangal Arati, to the wonderful Prabhupada disciples here, Harkumar Prabhu and Dakshin Prabhu, and our very lovely Dharmpuran Prabhu. All of them have been doing the Mangal Arati from last 30, 40 years. So we are always so inspired here. So yeah, and how the entire schedule for the morning program, as most of you would know. First is the Mangal Arati that we do, and then we do the Nrsimha Arati. After that, we do some reading from Bhagavad Gita and the prayers, then Tulasi Arati, and then Japa time. So also Bhakti Academy would be coming. It's a new bunch of students, new bunch of people who have joined for the Bhakti. So their program starts at 5:30, and they do the same Mangal Arati. They don't do the Tulsi Arati. So if you want to continue with another Mangal Arati, you can do that. But if you want to chant peacefully, you can go to the conference hall and you can chant there. Okay, Hare Krishna. So we're reading from chapter 9, which is the most confidential knowledge, and we are on verse number 11. It's a big verse, we are trying to complete it. So the verse says, Avjanati mamura manushirtanumashritam param bhavam jananto mam bhuta maheshwaram. Meaning, fools deride me when I descend in the human form. They do not know my transcendental nature as the supreme Lord of all that be. Purport, verse in progress. There are many, okay, we read this. He's not an ordinary man, although he appeared on this earth as an ordinary human. In Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, first chapter, when the sages headed by Shaunak inquired about the activities of Krishna, they said, Kritvana kila karmani saharamena keshava ati martyani bhagvana gudaha kapta manushaha. Lord Shri Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, along with Balram, played like a human being, and so massed he performed many superhuman acts. The Lord's appearance as a man bewilders the foolish. No human being could perform the wonderful acts that Krishna performed while he was present on this earth. When Krishna appeared before his father and mother Vasudeva and Devaki, he appeared with 4 hands, but after the prayers of the parents, he transformed himself into an ordinary child. As stated in Bhagavatam, Babhuva Prakrita Shishu, he became just like an ordinary child, an ordinary human being. Now, here again, it is indicated that the Lord's appearance as an ordinary human being is one of the features of his transcendental body. In the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, also it is stated that Arjuna prayed to see Krishna's form of 4 hands. Tainava Rupena Chaturbhujena. After revealing this form, Krishna, when petitioned by Arjuna, again assumed his original human-like form, Manushya Rupam. These different features of the Supreme Lord are certainly not those of an ordinary human being. Hare Krishna. Alright, so we can all follow along now. We are on page number 11. And we are reading verse number 5. So everyone will recite together the verse and the meaning. Ainandatanuja kinkaram patitam mam vishvame bhavam buddho kripaya tava pada pankaja stitadhuli satrisham vichintaya. O son of Maharaj Nanda Krishna, I am your eternal servitor. Yet somehow or other I've fallen into the ocean of birth and death. Please pick me up from this ocean of death and place me as one of the atoms at your lotus feet. Page 13, 10 offenses against chanting. Everyone together. 1. To blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives for the propagation of the names of the Lord. 2. To consider the names of demigods like Shiva or Brahma to be equal to or independent of the name of Vishnu. 3. To disobey the orders of the spiritual master. 4. To blaspheme the Vedic literature or literatures in pursuance of the Vedic version. 5. To consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be imagination. 6. To give some mundane interpretation on the name of the Lord. 7. To commit sinful activities on the strength of chanting the name. 8. To consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities offered in the Vedas as fruitive activities, Karam Kanda. 9. To instruct a faithless person about the glories of the name. 10. To not have complete faith in the chanting of the name and to maintain material attachments, even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Anyone who claims to be a Vaishnava must carefully guard against these 10 offenses in order to quickly achieve the desired success. Let us offer our humble obeisances unto all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord, who are just like desire trees, who can fulfill all desires, and are full of compassion for the fallen, conditioned souls. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhaivacha patitanam pavnebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Vaishnav Thakur ki Vrindai Tulsi Devyai Priyayai Keshavasya cha Vishnu Bhakti Pratidevi Satyavate Namo Namaha. Vrindai Tulsi Devyai Priyayai Keshavasya cha Vishnu Bhakti Pratidevi Satyavate Namo Namaha. Vrindai Tulsi Devyai Priyayai Keshavasya cha Vishnu Bhakti Pratidevi Satyavate Namo Namaha. Vrinda Devi Tulsi Maharani ki. We are on page 14. We are reading the meaning. I offer my respectful obeisances unto Vrinda, Srimati Tulsi Devi, who is very dear to Sri Keshava. O Goddess, you bestow devotional service to Vishnu, and you possess the highest truth. O Tulasi, beloved of Krishna, I bow down before you again and again. My desire is to obtain the service of Sri Sri Radha and Krishna. Whoever takes shelter of you has his wishes fulfilled. Bestowing your mercy on him, you make him a resident of Vrindavan. My desire is that you will also give me a residence in the pleasure groves of Sri Vrindavan Dham. Thus, within my vision, I will always behold the beautiful pastimes of Radha and Krishna. I beg you to make me a follower of the cowherd damsels of Raj. Please give me the privilege of devotional service and make me your own maid servant. This very fallen and lonely servant of Krishna prays, may I always swim in the love of Sri Sri Radha and Govinda. When a person circumambulates Srimati Tulsi Devi, all the sins he may have committed are destroyed at every step, even the sin of killing a Brahmana.
Namo Namo Tulasi Krishna Priyasi Namo Namo Braj Radha Krishna Seva Pabo Eya Bilashi Namo Namo Tulasi Krishna Priyasi Namo Namo Jito